High in the Andes Mountains, nestled amidst towering peaks, lies La Paz, a city that seems to touch the sky. At a staggering 3,650 meters above sea level, it holds the title of the world's highest capital city. La Paz is a place of dramatic contrast, where ancient traditions meet modern marvels against a backdrop of breathtaking natural beauty. The air is thin, the sun intense, and the views simply unforgettable. This is a city that takes your breath away, both literally and figuratively. From the moment you arrive, you can feel the altitude. The air is thinner, carrying less oxygen. It's a sensation that visitors experience as a shortness of breath, a quickening pulse. But this physiological challenge is a small price to pay for the privilege of experiencing this extraordinary city. La Paz is a city that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you've left its dizzying heights. La Paz is a city of contrasts, a place where the ancient and the modern coexist in a vibrant tapestry. Towering skyscrapers cast their shadows on centuries-old colonial churches. Indigenous women in colorful traditional dress sell their wares alongside trendy cafes and boutiques. It's a city where you can wander through bustling markets filled with exotic fruits and spices, then stumble upon a quiet plaza, a haven of peace and tranquility. La Paz is dramatically situated within a canyon carved by the Choqueyapu River. This geographical quirk creates a unique urban landscape with buildings clinging to the steep slopes, seemingly defying gravity. Above it all, the snow-capped peak of Illimani, a majestic mountain revered by the indigenous people, watches over the city. It's a sight that never fails to inspire awe, a constant reminder of the power and beauty of nature. The Andes Mountains are more than just a stunning backdrop to La Paz. They are woven into the very fabric of the city. The indigenous Aymara people, who make up a significant portion of La Paz's population, have lived in these mountains for centuries. Their culture, traditions, and beliefs are deeply connected to the land, a connection that is palpable in the city's atmosphere. The thin air at this altitude presents unique challenges. Visitors often experience symptoms of altitude sickness, such as headaches, fatigue, and nausea. But the human body is remarkably adaptable, and most people acclimatize within a few days. Locals have their own ways of dealing with the altitude, from chewing coca leaves, a traditional remedy for altitude sickness, to simply taking life at a slower pace. La Paz's history is as dramatic as its setting. Founded in 1548 by Spanish conquistador Alonso de Mendoza, the city was originally named Nuestra Señora de la Paz, meaning Our Lady of Peace. It was a strategic location situated on the main silver route from Potosi, once the richest city in the world. Over the centuries, La Paz has been ruled by the Inca, the Spanish, and finally the Bolivian people, each leaving their mark on the city. This rich history is reflected in La Paz's architecture, a fascinating blend of indigenous and European styles. The heart of the city is Plaza Murillo, home to the Presidential Palace and the Cathedral of La Paz. The palace, with its distinctive pink facade, is a symbol of Bolivia's independence, while the cathedral, a towering neoclassical structure, stands testament to the city's colonial past. Wandering through the cobbled streets, you'll encounter colonial mansions with intricately carved balconies, their faded grandeur hinting at a bygone era. But La Paz is not just a city of the past. It's a vibrant, modern metropolis, a melting pot of cultures and traditions. The indigenous Aymara people, descendants of the Inca, live side by side with people of European and mestizo, mixed descent. This cultural diversity is visible everywhere, from the traditional clothing worn by many indigenous women to the fusion of flavors in Bolivian cuisine. La Paz is a city where the past and present coexist, where ancient traditions blend seamlessly with modern life. Today, La Paz is a bustling metropolis, home to over 2.3 million people in its greater metropolitan area. It's the administrative capital of Bolivia, housing government buildings, foreign embassies, and international organizations. The city is also a major economic hub, contributing significantly to Bolivia's GDP. From its bustling markets to its modern shopping malls, La Paz is a city on the move. But despite its rapid modernization, La Paz has managed to retain its unique character. The streets are alive with activity, a kaleidoscope of colors, sounds, and smells. Street vendors hawk their wares, their calls blending with the honking of cars and the music spilling out from shops. The pace of life may be slower at this altitude, but the city itself is anything but sleepy. One of the best ways to experience La Paz's unique energy is to visit its markets. The Mercado de Hechiceria, or Witches Market, is a must-see for any visitor. Here, you'll find traditional Aymara remedies, from herbs and potions to dried llama fetuses, believed to bring good luck. For a more conventional shopping experience, head to the Mercado Camacho, a vast indoor market where you can find everything from fresh produce and local crafts